Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about Olaf's Frozen Adventure. I don't totally hate Frozen as much as most people. I saw the movie early enough that I hadn't heard any of the songs before I saw it, so it was a surprise and a revelation when I first saw it, and I really liked Frozen. But I saw this short, and this short is fucking bullshit. This short, which plays before Coco, is 20 minutes long and is horrible. Look, the Frozen phenomenon, I really haven't gone on like one of those angry rant things about, but Olaf's Frozen Adventure is everything evil and horrible in the world that everyone warned me about this fucking franchise and phenomenon come to life. This is not good at all. And the fact that I didn't get a Pixar short, instead I got this, even the worst Pixar shorts that you kind of see and you go, oh right, I forgot about that, is better than seeing this crap. Like, and the craziest thing about Olaf's Frozen Adventure is there's no conflict. None. There is no conflict in this short. There's no reason for the plot happening. It's just like Elsa and Anna in Arendelle don't have a holiday tradition. First off, who gives a shit? Why would I care about that? But okay, so then they're like, we're gonna have a surprise thing because the peasants don't have anything else to do on Christmas. They're like, come to our surprise thing. Go, oh no, we got our own things. They go, oh, we thought you were peasants and had nothing else to do. There were levels in that, man. There's some fucking class issue shit in this movie that they go unaddressed. They were just like, I don't know, they're stupid poor people. What else they got to do except like eat our free food and make us feel better? And then they leave because like we've got our own lives. And then Anna and Elsa are like, oh, now we're sad because we couldn't feel better than these poor people. And then Olaf's all like, oh, I'll find you tradition or something. And then that's like the whole short, and then Olaf gets lost and they find him and they're like, we had a tradition all the time and involved Olaf, which we conveniently forgot about, and the guy does a troll thing. There could have been a conflict in this, or a fish out of water thing, where a family takes them in and shows them holiday traditions and so forth. But that's not what happened in this. This movie is terrible. This short, I guess. This is terrible. It has no plot. Not in like that cool art movie way, more in that, hey, you ever want to cash in on something? I totally sort of forget Frozen Fever. I kind of don't remember liking it all that much. This is really bad. In fact, this is actually so bad that in theaters in Mexico, before they played Coco, it only played for about 2 weeks, and it was so disliked that they actually took it off of Coco, and theaters, major theater chains, apologized. Like, I'm not joking. Like, this is that bad. It holds down Coco, which Coco has enough problems against it. First off, Disney trying to copyright Day of the Dead. That's one thing. Then Book of Life came out. That was 2 things. Then John Lasseter being a creepy asshole. That's a 3rd thing. And then people being sort of indifferent about it, but that's not as bad as probably number 3, but that would be probably number 3 would be the worst one. That's not The Finger, this is The Finger. And those allegations came out like an hour before this movie's first show too, in America at least. Coco was playing in Mexico for a while. I saw so many people leave, go to the bathroom, make a few phone calls, do their taxes, because they're like, what am I gonna do with this 20 minutes? I'm not gonna watch Olaf's fucking Frozen Adventure. There's only one funny part where the deer thing, reindeer guy, does an impression of Olaf. I thought that was cool. Other than that, this is horrible. It holds down the entire movie of Coco. And the fact that you have this, it's like, I like Coco, you can see my review of it, you probably already have, I assume, I don't know. It has so much going against it, and you put this fucking thing on top of it. Like, why? Why isn't this on ABC so I can, like, not watch it? Why is it before Coco and we have to sit there through it? You already have parents who have reservations about seeing animated films, and then you put this crap on top of it. It's like you're putting a roadblock of people enjoying a good movie to do this stupid cash-in, which, by the way, has a 12-track soundtrack. Olaf's Frozen Adventure. I am not joking. This is nothing but a cash grab and nothing else. It is in some ways worse than the Emoji Movie in that not only is it bad, but it ruins another movie that I actually thought was pretty good. It's like one thing to be a shitty person, but then it's like, I'm terrible, but I'm also taking you down with me. And that's Olaf's Frozen Adventure. Just make a Frozen 2. I don't want to see another fucking awful short. Do not do this. This was way too long. I wanted a Sanjay Super Team. I wanted a Pixar short that I would like. Even the one with the volcanoes that everyone hates. I mean, I think it's fine. But those are fun and I have a good time. They're 5 minutes and everyone likes them. But 20 minutes? 20 minutes? Like, that is too long. You made this whole thing 2 hours and 18 minutes for an animated thing, which is unheard of. Like, no one is ever going to like this. And honestly shows me they don't know what to do with these characters because there's no conflict anymore. There was conflict in the idea of the movie Frozen. In Olaf's Frozen Adventure, the conflict is they don't know what to do on their day off because everyone else has a holiday tradition and they don't. Oh no, I'm sorry they don't have Netflix in whatever the fuck year this is supposed to take place in or something. Or they couldn't just like read a book and play Parcheesi, but instead they have to go through this whole stupid thing and go, oh, because it's a holiday special. No, this is awful. This is an awful thing. There is no redeeming value to this at all, except for hating it because it is so awful and hateable. Also, I had to hear Josh Gad sing again, and I don't really like Josh Gad. I was fine with him in the first Frozen, but Josh Gad has worn out his welcome forever. We should probably condemn him for war crimes, but the Geneva Convention won't respond to my emails, so whatever. Olaf's Frozen Adventure is one of the worst animated things of 2017. I would probably put it above the Emoji Movie, but that's like, it's like doesn't feel right to me. It's like Emoji Movie is clearly the worst thing of the year next to a lot of other things, but you know, certainly Olaf's Frozen Adventure is somewhere between, you know, Harvey Weinstein and, you know, one of the many atrocities we had this year. It is a horrible short. It is horrible. There's nothing good about it. I do not understand how anyone could find anything redeeming about it. Sure, it might work for 7-year-old girls and they'll be entertained by it. You're going so directly to one demographic, you're leaving out every other one so completely, and frankly being inept storytellers at the same time. There's no real story through this short, and you have one of the longest animated shorts to play before an animated film that I can think of probably ever in film history, and you wasted it on doing a shitty cash-in because people want Frozen so bad. But if people want Frozen so bad, make me a Frozen 2, don't make me this crap. And neither of those shorts have gotten me excited. They're making me think you understand it's a phenomenon, and you understand you have to have big songs and the characters and everything, but you haven't given me a reason why these people are coming back. And Olaf's Frozen Adventure doesn't do that. In fact, the Toy Story of Terror thing did a much better job of that than this did. This was a really bad subpar, like direct to video back when Disney did that stuff kind of level sort of thing. If this is their way to goose up the numbers for Coco, this is a horrible way, because I definitely think it is going to turn off more people than it is ever going to turn them on to Frozen. This is not going to make me excited to see Coco. It makes me really apprehensive probably about seeing other Disney films, because they're going to think they need to slap 20 other minutes of this crap onto it. And I'm sure it'll do well, and I'm sure certain people will like it, but those people are dumb, and this is horrible. And I really wish Disney had the 2 cents not to make something like this and throw it on top of a perfectly good movie that probably could have used a nice little Pixar short instead of this crappy cash grab that doesn't go anywhere and doesn't even understand its reason for being. It's just there to sell and sell a merchandise and kind of keep the Frozen phenomenon going, while also upsetting and offending all the people who have the problem and are sick of the phenomenon. And frankly, before seeing this short, I was fine with Frozen. I like Frozen. I'll probably watch it with my daughter, but this has made me a little sick of the phenomenon finally, and made me sick of this whole fucking terrible thing that it is going to come and invade our homes, but it's going to do it with none of the personality and none of the interesting and different thing that the movie actually did. It's just doing it assuming we'll just be fine with seeing these characters do whatever the fuck Disney decides they should do. They're not going to think of a reason to bring them back. They just are going to bring them back, and we're all just going to have to fucking deal with it whether we like it or not. So if you've seen Olaf's Frozen Adventure, unfortunately, and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.